What's up, everybody? I'm Dear Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back some more Monster Hunter Rise. I told you guys I'll be back with another video. This time we're gonna be showcasing all the early DPS builds for the Longsword. This is gonna carry you from 0 stars all the way up to 6 stars because this is sets I use. And by all means, you don't have to use these exact pieces, but I'll tell you my rhyme and reason behind using them, how they worked out for me, and we'll go from there. So my fan, without further ado, let's dive in. First things first, I want to show you what the set looks like. And yes, I'm never gonna be the one that uses a full set because I think that's pointless unless it's a Fatalis set. But this isn't Monster Hunter World. This is Rise, and you want to use mixed sets because that's where you get the most min-max from all your skills and attributes. So I got a couple loadouts ready to go to kind of showcase all of this. This is my first one, and you can get this one in 2-star. 1 star, you're not farming nothing. All you're doing is just gathering nonsense. So after you're done gathering stuff, the next level 2-star quest is when you can start doing some things. This katana, easy to get. Just do iron ores, find them, mine them when you see them, then you can pick up the necessary needs. These dudes are like one of the newer monsters. Very easy to kill, but their set is pretty good. It gives you critical eye, recovery speed, and critical eye, because the focus for this build is affinity for me. So this weapon, the base weapon you get, gives you 50 attack. This one gives you 83 more, plus I got 20% affinity. So like, why wouldn't I use that? And outside of that, this one gives me critical eye as well. So essentially when I'm focused on critical eye, I had nothing else to put in my arm that was useful, so I put this. Since we're using longsword, quick sheet, I haven't even tested the timing, but I'm pretty sure it's still trash like it was in World. But you guys, somebody will do a video, we'll see if it's actually beneficial. Then that might change some things, but for now, this is the set we're using. We're gonna look at some damage numbers, see what we're gonna be rocking with. And yeah, with this set, I was able to get through all the beginning monsters but no problem. So looking at 14 damage. If it crits, we're looking at 30. Rock it through. Let's get all the way up to red, then we'll see what our helm splitter does on max damage. Boom. Keep it going. Oh, all right, here we go. So now, Soaring kick time. Boom, 35 each hit. Not bad at all. So with that, you're able to stagger some monsters, kill them pretty easily, and have a good time. So this is a set I use. And also too, has yellow sharpness. Earlier monsters, you're not balancing that much, but you always want to sharpen when you get into orange. Never want to get to red, but as we start increasing our sets, we start getting to some of the higher tiers of sharpness. So now we're gonna go into our next set. So if you guys have other sets as well, comment them below. I want to see what kind of crispy things you guys have put together so far. Now let's move on to our next set. But my next set is, I kept a couple pieces from the last run, and the only thing changed here is my weapon. This weapon gives you 130 attack, and it gives you 10 affinity. Also too, I rampaged it up and I added some more additional affinity to it as well. So we want to make sure we're critting every single time. We'll kind of go through 0 slots. It has a base affinity of 10. So next one, critical eye as well. Like, you know, critical eye, same thing, critical eye. The only thing here, I put this one, even though it gives me critical eye and stun resistance, but this one has more defense. So as we're starting to fight stronger monsters, we want to make sure we don't get one tapped by a lot of things. So here we get a little bit more defense than the last set. But at this point, we're at 41% affinity, which is 21 delta change increase from the last round. So looking pretty nasty. So the last one, we got a bunch of 35s in our helm splitter. Let's switch it up and see what we get this time. All right, looking pretty good. Take that one back. Boom, boom, boom. I just like how my palette goes, and Zeus just goes ham as well with me, whatever I'm doing. All right, let's take it. All right, so 1,000 up there. Let's rock it. Let's see if we get some crits in here. Ooh, look at that crit. 73, 58. Look at that. Look at that. We're looking good. So the damage is worth it. As you get higher in the game, as you start fighting more monsters, always trying to find a 44. So 32 or 35 to 44, not bad at all. Standard increase in damage. You always want to find ways to make sure you're optimizing your sets. This is my next set. Also too, with this set, the reason I chose this weapon is because it gets me into green sharpness, which allows me to bounce less and focus on doing more damage on the monster. So that's why I picked this weapon. Very, very easy to make earlier on in the game. So here is my next one up. So in this one, we'll change it. We're at 41% affinity here, 100% attack. So we went from first we started at 10 affinity, 21. Now we're at 41% affinity. The difference is attack here is 100. So I'm really focusing on critting overall. So we'll see how the damage is here. So this one, you can put a cooler sword in here and kind of rock the same gear, but I want to switch things up a little bit. And this is a standard weapon without any kind of like elemental boost. The same gear in terms of like this is what it looks like. Same gear here, nothing else changed. I put this one on because you get this one kind of like as our star rank 3, which focuses on whenever you pick up the little balls in the world, I get more attack. Instead of health up, stamina up, I get more attack. Because for me, the goal with health is make sure you're foresighting so you miss all the attacks, and just make sure you're doing more damage to kill the monster sooner. This is what we got here. So let's compare. We got 44s in the last one. Let's see what we can get this time around. Boom. We'll see if Affinity is worth it here. Take it all the way. And with all these sets, I was able to smack through all the monsters in village quests and hub quests, so you don't have to worry about that. Just make sure your foresight game is ready. Alright, so let's take it. Oh, 58 each one. Look at that. 58, 46, 58. As we do this, each time we're doing more and more damage. That's the goal. As you're fighting stronger monsters, you're gonna need more damage. And these are the sets I'm using. So essentially your armor pieces are good because, don't get me wrong, I saw stronger armors for more defense if you don't want to be squishy. But as far as like critical eye, I saw some stuff with attack boost on it, but I wasn't ready to make that commitment yet until I get to the point where we have some decoration slots so we can get attack and affinity. So right now I'm prioritizing affinity. So this is the set. This is the one I'm currently rocking with. Looks pretty good. My next set is when things start changing up a little bit and get a little bit more juicy. So last time we were at 41% affinity. So this is my next set. This is the one I'm currently using right now, my daily driver. This one has 129 attack. I increased the attack on this one with Rampage. And this one has 60% affinity. So a couple of things have changed here a lot. I still have this headpiece on here for critical eye. I think there's like a better one, but this one's pretty good for now. This one gives you critical eye, gives you more defense as well because the monster start to hit a little harder. This one gives you critical eye more defense also. This one is the one that starts when you start getting juicy stuff. You get 2 pieces of critical eye on this one. And last one, attack boost and critical eye. This is like literally the best early game set you can have. And this is from picking up them rocks. And that's what puts me here. Defense 131, attack 129, and 60% affinity. And also too, you start to include some talismans as well, which I'll leave that up for you guys to discover. That's a true RNG in the game. But this is what we're looking like. So this is the Nargacuga Longsword, super good. And as you guys know, Nargacuga Longsword has really good sharpness in the past, and it does in this game as well. Looks really cool, but also does good damage. Also too, I introduced my new switch skill. I switched it up. I use this one now in place of the other attack. Let's see what our Home Splitter does now. We'll take it all the way. Especially since 60% of our attacks are critical attacks, we just do some really good damage. Take it back. Finish strong. Take this one. Alright. Look at that. 78, 52s, and above. The damage is looking nice. This is the one I'm currently rocking. There's a couple of monsters on my radar right now I might switch some things out for, but with this set you're able to beast through from star 1 all the way to star 6 with no problem. Just make sure you're getting your foresight, make sure you're playing aggressive, getting the IS slash cancels, you'll be good to go. This is my first essentially build video with all focus on DPS, focus on longsword, and all stuff you can make relatively easy. I spent literally like an hour or two like farming the materials, because you do got to get lucky with some pieces. I think the Nargacuga longsword took the longest based on the pieces I needed, but outside of that, it was very simple to farm all the pieces needed for this set. So comment below, tell me what you think. Hope you guys enjoyed this. You learned something. If you got some juicy builds as well, comment them below so everybody else can enjoy what you guys are enjoying in your playthrough. But my family, stay smooth. Till next time, dear cameras, signing out.